In this final video, let's look at how we would share our form with someone else so that we could get their answers, and then how do we look at their answers? The way we would share it is just coming up to the big Send button in the upper right corner and clicking Send. It will always open in this field, and the very first option that it gives us to send via email, we will always ignore. To do this requires a Gmail account. It's linking your Google form to your Google Mail, and we don't have Gmail. So we will always skip this. We will always choose the next option, which is the link. And that's just going to give us a hyperlink. It's always really long, so I always click shorten the URL, and then I copy that. Once I've copied that, I'm going to paste it right into an email that I'm going to send to all the people who I need to complete this form. So you will get a form at the end of this class, at the end of the 5 weeks, with a link. Now, I might put that link in an email. I could also post that link in our actual classroom website. There are different ways to do that, but you're just working with the link in either case. Once you send it out, people will begin to answer. How do you see their answers? Remember, they are looking at this version of the form, just the questions that you're asking. You are always looking at the master version, the version where you can make edits, add questions, adjust things. It also gives you these 2 tabs at the top, the questions that you're creating and the responses that you're receiving. So I have already created 6 responses to the little form asking for the name and did you like this class? And when you get the responses, you will see a summary. So 6 responses, these are the people that responded. Google will create the graph for you. Did you like the class? Did you not like the class? I can break that down per question. There are 2 questions. Did you like the class? Each person gave 1 response. Out of 6 responses, if I want to see what those responses were, I can come over and Timmy said yes, Jennifer said yes, etc. So this gives me a summary. I don't usually even look at the question and the individual part. What I really like is the summary page. I like being able to quickly have a graph that lets me see, okay, 2/3 of the people liked this class, but if 1/3 of them did not, I need to do better next time. So that gives me that information. Then the way to see the breakout, the best way to see the ultimate response to all your information is to click this little green button here that says create a spreadsheet. And that will give you a choice. Do you want to create a new spreadsheet that has responses to your sample form? Or you could select a spreadsheet that already exists somewhere in your Google Drive. I'm going to collect a new one or create a new one. And when I do, Google will do that for me. It will show me when people provided their answers, who provided their answer, and what their answer was. Now we're going to stop right there because we haven't really looked at Google Sheets yet. We will dive into more detail about how we can manage this data in our next and final class. But that is how you send out your sample form or whatever you've titled your form, and then how you begin to look at the responses that you've received to your survey.